Los Angeles donc pour cette 22e semaine, les hommes de Franck Debourg face à ceux de Guillermo Barros Schelotto. Une rencontre très alléchante sur le papier. Malheureusement, des suspendus des deux côtés. On aura l'occasion d'en reparler. Regardez le coup d'envoi de cette Week 22 de Major League Soccer au Mercedes. Le ballon dans les pieds de Florentin Pogba. À noter l'ancien de la SSE titulaire. Donc ce soir, on a d'entrée sur le terrain pour les joueurs d'Atlanta. Récupérer ce ballon avec Meram qui peut écarter en MLS. Cette fois il s'en est sorti. Guzan vis-à-vis. Pas de coup de sifflet. Ça joue. Meram en appui sur Joseph. J'en profite pour vous rappeler comme toujours bien sûr que vous pouvez participer. Martinez dans l'espace avec Meram, centre en première intention à proximité du Vénézuélien. Potentiellement il y a danger. On sent que la défense californienne trouvée sur sa gauche. Joseph Martinez, vous voyez sur un turf, une pelouse synthétique comme il y en a pour cause de suspension de Zlatan Ibrahimovic, mais qui pour l'instant ne sont là. On laisse un petit peu de panique dans leur surface de réparation. Par gauche, il l'a vu avec Justin Meram, l'ancien du Crew. Meram, le centre dévié. Arrivé dans un trade début mai. Meram à nouveau dans ses œuvres. Barco, la frappe de Barco, c'est sur la barre transversale. Tout à l'heure, il avait vu sa tentative passer assez largement au-dessus. Ça sera... C'est très bien fait. En voyant le cuir frôler son poteau, il a bien... Gêné avec Nagbe. Et ça ira mieux après. Cette relance qui était arrivée directement dans les pieds de Meram. Joseph Martinez qui peut se retourner. Décalé Justin Meram, le centre en première intention et ça fait deuxième but contre son camp, marqué par un défenseur du Galaxy. Cette fois c'est Giancarlo Gonzalez qui trompe son propre gardien. Un ballon qui est venu de l'autre ailier, de l'autre côté, le centre fort devant la cage de Justin Meram. 2-0 pour Atlanta. Ah, c'est un cauchemar là pour les hommes de Guillermo Barros Schelotto pour ça. Sans avoir un seul de ces joueurs qui est marqué dans ce match. Et pourquoi pas le Galaxy qui va devoir se méfier aussi, hein, parce que ça peut si. Et ça va revenir encore une fois. Meram en retrait. Meram jusqu'à Pitti qui ne cadre pas. Ah, s'ils étaient... Ils ne devraient pas aller plus loin. Atlanta et le Los Angeles Galaxy avec une nouvelle... Et c'est pas très bien ajusté ce centre de Gressel. Ça va quand même arriver jusqu'à Meram. Le Toronto FC. Je vous rappelle que vous pourrez suivre encore une fois en VF avec Frédéric Schweikert le match Orlando-Dallas à 1h30 du matin. Barco, Martinez. À la montée de Gressel, le centre en retrait qui ne trouvera personne. Chaque offensive d'Atlanta peut faire très mal. Et là, il y a un garçon en l'occurrence qui a mal. C'est Justin Fort à El Paso, à tous ses habitants et à toutes les victimes. Pogba tranquillement avec Meram. Larentovic maintenant bousculé qui obtiendra la faute. Personne décédée malheureusement, de nombreuses personnes blessées. Encore une fois... Résultat, c'est trop facile pour la défense d'Atlanta d'intervenir. Justin Meram et le Barco. Les Five Stripes, dès la perte de balle, fait se lever le public. Oh, le petit pont, café crème. Et lui à 67. Qui va enchaîner en termes de programmation de calendrier par un autre match pour l'international vénézuélien. Plus que jamais dans l'histoire. Il va falloir être fort pour ne pas de nouveau encaisser. Meram, la frappe de Meram, et c'est Bingham qui sauve une nouvelle fois le LA Galaxy. Parentovic avec Meram. Meram dans la profondeur, un petit peu court Martinez. Il a régalé depuis le début de cette partie le jeune défenseur central et il ne s'arrête pas. Allez, pourquoi pas sauver l'honneur. Felcher avec Araujo, le centre d'Evinson. Il a encore des jambes, Justin Meram. Il a encore des jambes, il peut accélérer et s'appuyer sur Pity Martinez alors que c'est le 1-2. Felcher toujours qui glisse au moment. Droitier Dos Santos, le gaucher Skjelvik. Normalement du long, le Galaxy de Los Angeles. Atlanta s'impose 3-0 des buts contre leur camp en première période de Romney et de Gonzalez. Un but sur penalty de Joseph Martinez après la pause. 9e match d'affilée donc pour Joseph Martinez avec au moins un but. Atlanta est provisoirement en tête de la conférence Est.
Doing what he wants to see offensively. I think that's what he's building towards next year.
Absolutely gorgeous night in Cincinnati, Ohio, Nippert Stadium, the home of FC Cincinnati until their new stadium is built. For the call of tonight's match, Peter Shad and Paul Dolan.
All right, Kelsey, Greg, thank you very much. A nice evening, as you mentioned. Nippert Stadium, 1915 built on the University. We're off and running. This 115 by 75-yard pitch game, including the Canadian Championships, he's playing that role as the deepest of the mid. Ardaiz and Theo Bair, the obvious targets. Low driven, little flick by Montero and cleared away. So it's not the easy where he was teammates with Emmanuel Ledesma on the ball now. Nan trying to get beneath it. Ledesma got pushed over, went down very easily. Ian Anderson sees the free kick from Ledesma. Whipped in near post.
He takes the kick. Takes a bit of a spill.
Trent. Looped in the danger area. A little
from Felipe every now and then.
Very good last week. That ball goes past Ali Adnan. This was away with Jamaica for the Gold Cup, which didn't help his Ali Adnan. 27,750 is the average attendance this year, and Adnan joins the attack in a nice position. We've seen him here. We've seen this position before. Can he wind up? A bit too much shown there, but Ali Adnan wriggling away. It's a good run from Adnan, looking for Ardaiz. Can he keep it in? He can, just a bit too heavy, but again, some encouraging.
Close to the Whitecap goal and almost forced the turnover there. Inbaum doing just enough to keep it alive.
Whitecaps have in a lone situation, the other being this man, balance of this season from Olympia, but looks to be a very clever and tricky winger at years of age. Tybert picks out his fullback. Montero.
Pick out Freddie Montero.
And then traded here. Cornelius. Chased down by Maddox. And then Ali Adnan with not a very subtle push in the back. As Darren Maddox continues to harass and harangue the Whitecaps. And I think Ali Adnan was annoyed he didn't get a shout there.
Well, it's excellent for Maddox. It's exactly, I think, what...
Left-footed. Sends it right into the mix. And steaming forward. half, the Whitecaps with a chance to get their teammates forward and maybe test out the big goalkeeper. Whitecaps armband here today. The Whitecaps grew into that half as Kendall Watston lodges it long for Darren Maddox. Theo Bair to his left, but Inbom defers backwards to Adnan. Free kick that led to the Whitecaps goal. Montero, Ali Adnan in a good position, and that bomb. Ali Adnan. Montero, danger not over. Took a very nice bounce. Darren Maddox couldn't get there, but the flag went up for offside. And so the Whitecaps escaped there in minute 51. Would you say the Whitecaps look far more connected in this game and even in the late stages of the Minnesota game than
initiating some of that press himself to get himself involved? We haven't really seen Darren Maddox get a lot of the ball from service. It's more been him finding the ball and going and getting it, pressurizing and winning the ball back.
Adnan to Theo Bair absolutely took this city by storm, selling out games. The crowds got bigger and bigger. That's a decent looking cross. Up went Maddox. He reeled to midfield. Duplan. He's going to try one from distance, and oh my goodness, that close. Max Crépeau out of his line, and he's now hunched over after crashing into the goalpost. What an effort, as Mathieu Duplan nearly caught Max Crépeau off his line.
Well, the Frenchman not known necessarily for his goal-scoring abilities. He's had one on the season, but he's a player that won a League One title with Montpellier back in 2011-2012, part of that squad, and he sees Maxime Crépeau off his line, sets up perfectly for
trying to thread the needle through for Russell Teibert, but it's Ali Adnan. Two teams that are mentally fragile, have not had good years. And Whitecaps keep possession though through Ali Adnan, who's going to go for one of his rampaging runs, and he'll give the Whitecaps a free kick, courtesy Darren Maddox, fouling him at the edge of the box. As Maddox couldn't. Here comes Ali Adnan again. Tried to pick out Montero. He's going to have a go, and what a save! Brilliant save as Teton denied Ali Adnan from distance. That was labeled for. Drew the foul for the goal, tested the goalkeeper here. And now from the corner it's low, and oh, it's straight air. Nice move by Adnan. He's tested the goalkeeper once. He's going to clip it across, and that's over the head of Montero. Tried to slip it through. It's a good ball through. It's Lamar. It's Maddox. Oh, what a chance. And Maddox, how many times have we seen that expression? Holding his head, looking to the heavens. He was right there for a tap-in. He'll have to settle for the corner in minute 71.
And Amaya already showing supreme confidence at 18 years.
Crépeau out to his favorite target, Adnan. Looking for Levi. Sides. Duplan. Back post. Up in the air from.
To get all three in these last 15 plus as well. But we'll see how this lines up now for Scott Sutter.
Straight to Brett Levi's. Ali Adnan's going to go long. Pretty much. Teton into midfield. Felipe. Adnan. Up it goes, and that was taken away from Roland Lamar by Godoy. Trying to get on a good run of form. It's a nice little give and go. That ball's going to stay in play. The goalkeeper's out, and it's the Whitecaps who take the lead, and it's Felipe with his first goal of the season. And the Whitecaps may have snatched it here with 6.5 minutes to go.
Peter, you asked the question, who has the ability to go forward? Who has the desire, the drive to go forward? And Russell Teibert took that invitation. Rather than play a safe ball back, he saw the opening forward, played the ball in, and on the return ball was able to pick it up near the end line here. And he does very well to be very patient and wait for the on-running Felipe. Lays it back for Felipe, who makes nice numbers up in the box for the Whitecaps and just side foots it home to give the Whitecaps the 2-1 edge here. But it's good, aggressive forward play from Russell Teibert that gives the Whitecaps the opportunity to go up by a goal with just about 7 or 8 minutes left to play.
And Max Crépeau, who's familiar. Adnan. And that's way wide. That's the final whistle. The Whitecaps have ended their long drought without a win. May 25th was their last victory, but they come to Cincinnati and for the first time in history beat the expansion side. It's a final score from Nippert Stadium. Cincinnati Cincinnati 1, Whitecaps 2.